Iftikhar Ahmed can also bowl a little bit of spin if required. Who else might chip in? But let's have a look now at Chamu Chibaba, the skipper. It's his 105th match. His average could do with a little bit of lifting. He's got 16 50s and a strike rate of 63 again, which could do with some lifting, and at best at 99 on his CV. Well, Brian Chari, born in Bulawayo, he's played 7 test matches, and his highest score in 11 ODI matches is just 39. Hit his first ball in test cricket for 6 off Rangana Herath.
Well, a different opposition here. Shaheen Shah Afridi with the new ball. He's been magnificent for Pakistan this past year, and don't be surprised if he starts off with Yorkers.
What he also is starting off with is 2 slips, and I think that's absolutely right. You need a slip cordon in there. Babar Azam, the skipper, Iftikhar.
Pakistan have so many options with the new ball. You talked about Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's very good with the new ball or the old ball. He's magnificent with white ball anyway. And as per usual, Wilco, be it crowd, be it no crowd, there's always problems with the side screen, wherever you go. There you go, that Yorker that he likes bowling with the new ball. That's why it's so effective. There's a little bit of swing. But what he does well is that he makes sure that he finishes within the stumps all the time.
And he'd be a pretty handy bowler if he could spin it at 90 miles an hour as well, wouldn't it?
Almost as good as you then, Alan. Left armour.
I thought it wouldn't be long. Okay, so now Brian Chari, the 28-year-old, bowled him straight through. Extra set from Shaheen Shah Afridi. And Chari's gone.
Deadly with the new ball. Ball darting back into the right-hander. And as so often with the new ball, he attacks the stumps. The angle of the left armour is so difficult when the ball's swinging back in. But when he makes it that it hits the middle stump, you've got no chance whatsoever. Shaheen Shah Afridi strikes with the new ball. Chari out for 2. It's 2 for 1.
Blistering start. It's what you come to expect now from Shaheen Afridi. Craig Irvine is the new batsman, and he gets an absolute perler. How do you play that first ball? How do you play it second ball?
It's the ability with the new ball. And he's got an average of 32, strike rate 75, and he'll need all of that to counter this new ball from Shaheen Shah Afridi. Shape away, pace, seaming away. Well, that's the way you play it, just get beaten.
We've now got 4 slips for this new ball from Shaheen. That's a good lead from Craig Irvine. Craig Irvine's been around a long time. He's 35, 18 test matches and 94 ODIs now. that highest score appears, the 130 not out against New Zealand in Harare 5 years ago. This is the end of Chari. Cleaned up by pace and swing. That's the perfect storm for a left arm quick. Ball swings back and at pace. Oh, he's really got his tail up, hasn't he? You get an early wicket, you want to run in twice as fast. 2 for 1. Perfect start for Pakistan. Brendan Taylor, Sean Williams, Sikandar Raza. There's a lot of batting in this side. So the 1 wicket gone, Brian Chari. And it's going to be the first ball in one-day international cricket for Pakistan for Haris Rauf. Plays his cricket for the Lahore Qalandars. Chamu Chibaba is on strike, the Zimbabwe captain. Oh, hello. What about reputation? Nothing. That is an astonishing swat from the Zimbabwe captain.
A shape away and he slapped it through the covers. There you go, just rocking onto that front foot and trashing it through the offside. Welcome to ODI cricket. First ball, trashed.
Chamu Chibaba in 104 one-day internationals, his highest score 99. That was against Pakistan in Lahore 5 years ago. Sikandar Raza got 100 not out in that match. But Azhar Ali got 100 and Pakistan won it. Oh, oh, it's going round corners. Must be the time of day. The snake ball.
Time of day and the new ball. Swing away, seam away. You called it, Wilco. You said pace and bounce on this pitch. Haris Rauf and Shaheen Shah Afridi have started right on target.
Well, he's turned him round like a traffic policeman, going the wrong way. Good luck with this. Ooh. You can't take your eye off this. In fact, you can't take your eye on it. Chamu Chibaba.
Yeah, just a swing and the seam movement at pace. You don't want to be facing that. I tell you what, we're commentating and looking at this game. The sun's right in our eyes and Wilco's struggling with the sun because it's shining away at us. I think it's the same with the Zimbabwe openers. They're struggling to locate the ball.
Oh, get another slip in there. It's gone for 4. With the ball doing all kinds of tricks, it's worth having 3 slips to start.
Yeah, goes Fuller, still that shape, and that's whistled away to the fence. Plenty of pace on that and would have carried comfortably to the 3rd slip.
No, there is a slip going in there right now. Haris Sahel has gone into slip, 3rd slip. No, maybe it's not. Who wears 39? Fakhar Zaman. It's Fakhar Zaman wearing 39. What a good shot this is. That has been timed impeccably. Chibaba. He's been beaten. All ends up and then he just tucks one away through cover for 4.
No lack of action. There's been some delivery just passing the bat where the batsman's got no chance. He's hit one through the covers before, but this one's superb. It's really high quality shot.
There's Ralph getting his cap this morning from the great Waqar Yunus, bowling coach. And I think that's the end of the over. Too much going on. 2 gone, 14 for 1. This is tough for Zimbabwe. The ball is swinging prodigiously here in Rawalpindi, and it's been delivered at pace as well. What a good attack this is. Craig Irvin is on strike, and it's Shaheen Afridi. Well, he's resolute, Craig Irvin. He's been around a long time. Scored a test 100 this year in February against Bangladesh in Dhaka. He was captain of Zimbabwe in that test match, but Zimbabwe lost it because Mushfiqur Rahim scored an undefeated double 100 in Dhaka. Craig Irvin, 18 test matches and 94 ODIs now. Love the energy from Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's become the real deal, hasn't he, for Pakistan?
Yeah, at his most dangerous with the new ball. The swing and the shape and the accuracy that he possesses is brilliant. Well, he went to England, not your neck of the woods. Got 6 wickets in a T20 game for Hampshire, and all of them bowled. So basically, whatever swing he's getting, he makes sure that he finishes within the stumps. 10 wickets in the last 2 ODIs that he's played. So if you say that he's in form, that's probably an understatement.
I just think that we first saw him in New Zealand in the Under-19 World Cup. And he made his mark there for Pakistan. And he's just grown. And the learning curve has been so steep for him, but he's mastered that. And he's become the spearhead for Pakistan. Now this should be interesting. If Chababa fancies taking Shaheen on, I think fasten your seatbelts for this one. It's cut him in half, they've gone up, but Chababa's not interested.
Well, to take him on, they need to locate the ball, the swing first. Just an absolutely brilliant delivery. Right-hander, the angle of the left-hander getting the ball to swing back in at pace. Need the balance to be spot on, but you also need to be very quick on your feet because he's going to attack that front pad and the wicket. This one's slightly shorter and it's cut him in half completely.
He will bowl worse deliveries and get a wicket. That deserved one. The way he bowls, the slips are always in play because he pitches the ball up. Whereas if you think of Richard Ngarava earlier on for Zimbabwe, his length was much shorter than this. Shaheen is bowling a full length, allowing the ball to swing, and he's quicker, a lot quicker. But you've got to get the ball up to let the ball swing. Give it more time in the air.
And what you do like is that ball swinging away from the left-hander or coming back to the right-hander. That's the most dangerous delivery for a left-armer. But once you do at 140 clicks, you get the results. But that one just slightly offline, and the pace works for Irvin as he uses it and times it to the fence. boundary to end the third. It's 20 for 1.
Brian Chari is gone. Shaheen hitting middle stump. Here's Haris Rauf.
Just held his shape with Irvine very well. Just placed it away. Once you've got pace, it works in the favor of the batsman if he can use it. We'll go swing bowling extraordinary. Let me ask you this. Haris Rauf, when he starts it about off stump, the ball swings away and it's just magnificent. Once he tries and goes straight, it doesn't swing. We've seen this so many times in cricket. Nobody's explained it why.
Well, he's trying to bowl the straighter delivery, but in doing so, it just alters the wrist shape. Just a fraction. It could even be a centimetre. And the ball leaving the fingers, if the fingers aren't in the right area, if you think of your first two fingers that direct the ball in the direction, the trajectory, the ball release is so important. The way it leaves your hands. If you think of some of the great bowlers, Richard Hadley, Malcolm Marshall, Michael Holding, Wasim Akram, Waqar Younis, these guys, they got the ball to leave the ball and their two fingers were behind the ball when it left. And if there's just a little fraction of a deviation of those fingers on the ball, then you've got no control.
Why not just pitch leg and hit off all the time?
It's a good day if you can.
And short day if you can as well.
Well, that's something that Shaheen Shah Afridi has worked on in recent times, that his wrist is so good. But now this is Haris. That's not bad, but you can just see that he hasn't quite finished the pull through because he's looked to go a little bit straighter. Bit wide, short and wide and punished.
Irvine looks in order. Last over he clipped one off his legs and this time it's short and wide. Yes, it was asking for that cut shot, but he's been able to stay with the shot and punish it through the offside.
And of course it's the left and right hand combination batting that's not helping Haris Rauf here. He'd rather bowl all his deliveries to the right hander. I'm sure he would, because he gets a better shape. Just plays it so late, Craig Irvine. I think that might be, not sure what that is down there. Is it Fahim Ashraf, is it? Wahab Riaz it is. Wahab Riaz, he's thrown it in left-handed, so it's got to be him. I don't think he's touched the ropes here. He's done well. He's done very well.
He's done really well. But you talked about the left and right hand combination. That's the combination in the combox, and people have to endure back home. So it's not working well, Alan, with us. Foregone is 28 for 1.
There's quite a few bowling options here for Pakistan. I'm sure Babar Azam would, if Shaheen starts to get through the wickets, he'll probably keep him on for an extended spell. But normally I would think it would be a 5 overs, rest him and then bring him back at the end. But you've got Wahab Riaz, Fahim Ashraf, Imad Wasim, Iftikhar. Those are your bowlers. Haris Sohail maybe to bowl some spin. He's pacey and he's tall, Shaheen Shah Afridi. It's the extra bounce that he gets as well.
Yeah, imagine looking for that full delivery swing and suddenly you realize that it's the bumper which hasn't bounced much.
It's a very awkward length, that, because it wasn't that short. It's a big shout. It might have pitched outside leg stump. The way he played it suggests leg stump, but here's Babar Azam with the review.
We have a player review for LBW. The on-field decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. Let's start with front on spin again, please. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Take it back one more time. Now roll forward. Appears to be no bat involved. Go ultra edge, please, to confirm, please. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. Clearly, ball hitting the pad. Go for ball tracking when ready, please. Original decision not out. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets umpire's call.
Umpire's call.
Go back to on-field umpire. SN, stay with your original decision.
Well, again, I
will
feel
let you know when you're on screen.
This is an area that's got to be looked at, because umpire's call. Umpire said not out. Hassan Raza said not out. He's perfectly entitled to do that and say that. But the ball has, according to Hawkeye, hit the stumps. The bails are part of the stumps. And if it's going to clip the stumps, why can't it be out? You batsmen get it always. Batsman's game.
Well, it's the projection really. It has to be 100% the projection.
Oh, yes! The death rattle again from Shaheen.
That's the way you do it. You don't clip the bails, you hit the stumps. The inside edge right onto the middle stump, and Shaheen Shah Afridi with yet another bowl. He just carries on in white ball cricket with hitting the stump. This time a little bit of help from the batsman, a big inside edge. But played on or clean bowl, doesn't matter. Still wickets with the new ball for Shaheen Shah Afridi. Gone for 13 and it's 28 for 2 Zimbabwe.
Brendan Taylor is Zimbabwe's number 4, and this is his 197th one-day international. He's got 10 ODI centuries, and Shaheen is on fire. 22 players out there in this match, and only one has played here before in Rawalpindi, and that is Brendan Taylor, played here in 2004.
Trying that expansive cover drive, but once the ball just sort of tails back, you need to be spot on. This is the previous dismissal where he got the ball to shape back in rapidly, and this one the inside edge.
It's great bowling. 5 gone, it's 29 for 2. Brendan Taylor is in here. He's vastly experienced. He's 197 one-day internationals. He's over 6,300 runs, and his highest score in a one-day international, 145 not out against South Africa in Bloemfontein 10 years ago. Played, very nicely played, just tucks it away off his toes for 4.
It's a ground where you get a lot of boundaries, high percentage of boundaries, and that's a classy shot. Just a roll of the wrist, let the pace of the ball come onto the bat and the pace of the outfield do the rest.
Also got an ICC Cricket World Cup 138 against India at Auckland 5 years ago. 10 ODI centuries to Brendan Taylor in his career and 6 Test hundreds. He's right up there. Third in the run getters for Zimbabwe. Andy Flower and Grant Flower ahead of him, but he scored the most centuries, averaging 35 with 10 ODI centuries and that 145 not out against the Proteas of South Africa in Bloemfontein 10 years ago. Just straying down that leg side, and it's 4 more. Haris Rauf has got to work on his line here.
Certainly picking off Brendan Taylor's bat. Another little clip, and it absolutely zipped off to the fence. It's gone really quickly. 2 boundaries in this over, and seems as if Brendan is in form. Well, some people equate him to the Javed Miadad of Zimbabwe cricket. He hit a 6 off the last ball against Bangladesh to win the game. And you would know the 6 that Javed hit, wouldn't you?
In Sharjah. Brendan Taylor, been around a long time, had a spell with Nottinghamshire, the county in England as well, registered as a callback player, but he came back into the fold for Zimbabwe after that spell. 6 overs. 6 overs gone. And it's 39 for 2. Six overs gone, and Zimbabwe 39 for 2. They're picking up some boundaries, but they've also lost both their openers. Skipper's gone. Ball is moving around dangerously, alarmingly, and at pace. Oh goodness, how do you play that? Bazid Khan, how do you play that?
From the non-strikers end, that's how you play that. Left-hander, seam, bounce. Well, actually, he's done well. He's not chased the ball. He's just not followed it with the bat. Just played down the line and let the ball, well, pass through or beat him.
Craig Irvin here, who's from a big cricketing family. His brother Sean went over to play for Hampshire for many years. He went down to Australia for a couple of years, Craig Irvin, and has come back into the fold as well. Father also played. Well, his tail is up, isn't it, Shaheen?
Yeah, it should be up. He's been in such great bowling form with the white ball, be it T20 or be it one-day cricket. And he's been the leader of the attack for Pakistan in all formats.
Bowled, and that is going to go for 4, unfortunately for the bowler, and a little comment about the kind of shot that was played.
Well, it's been all action. It's either been the bowler getting the ball to swing and beat the batsman, and then this happens. And once it goes through the infield, it's going to go to the fence. There's been quite a few boundaries hit already from Zimbabwe. Eight boundaries, and to think that they've been affected where the ball is doing the talking.
Just needs that ball to shape back, and he's in the business. He's just sending that down leg side a little bit to the left-hander. He's bowling some pace here, though. He's upwards of 146. This is really good stuff from Shaheen Sharafridi. Good shape and a good leave from Craig Irvin. 7 gone, 43 for 2.
.43 for the loss of 2. This is going to be an exciting phase because Zimbabwe's 2 of the best are out there in partnership. 15 of 15 balls. I've seen a lot of good shots in this partnership. Mr. T, you liking it too?
I'll tell you what I have liked is Shaheen Shah Afridi. He has been on the money from ball one. Good carry through to the keeper, good shape. But as you say, one of Zimbabwe's most experienced pair.
Doesn't use his feet a lot, Brendan Taylor, but what he does well is he maintains a good position, still head, and then quick hands to the ball. Seems to middle them quite nicely. There you see steadies himself, and even though it went the wrong way, it was supposed to go through the offside, but you can see the positive intent. And he's always looking for runs. He's a natural timer of the ball, and 10 hundreds in his CV.
We talked this morning about the surface, maybe having something in for the bowlers early on. And Zimbabwean bowlers didn't quite get the ball to swing around much, just 1 degree, but look at the difference between them and Pakistan. 2.1 degrees. More than 100% difference between the Zimbabwean and Pakistan seamers. We certainly saw a lot of that from Rauf and Afridi. But this man will be hungry. Zimbabwe been out of international cricket since a tour of Bangladesh in February, March this year. Brendan Taylor himself struggled throughout the tour. It was a test match, 3 ODIs, a T20. Only managed to get past the half-century mark once. We'll definitely want to correct that.
Pinch a single, that's good running. Good awareness shown. Well, he's seeing the ball well, is outstanding behind the stumps. 3 catches and a breathtaking run out to go with it. There's a quick call for a single from the non-striker. Got there with time to spare. It's an important bowling spell for Fahim Ashraf also, because the backup facility after the initial onslaught, your number 3 striker has got to maintain balance between attack and defense. Ideally, Pakistan would want wickets regularly, periodically, to make it tough for Zimbabwe. It's nicely bowled, targeting the stumps. After 8, it's 46 for 2. Shaheen 2 for 12 was bombastic with the opening spell. Opening burst route was a little erratic and expensive. Fahim Ashraf has just started. 1 over, none for 3. Good thing about ODI cricket is that you can engage and involve your best weapon for a longer period. Unlike T20, where you're given an over or 2 and then removed from the scene for later. So more of Shaheen Shah Afridi with the new ball, and that's the way to go. And I'm sure Zimbabweans will be thinking at this stage to seam off. He's already picked up 2 wickets. Pakistan on the attack when he comes on to bowl is always feel set behind the stumps. He's got 2 slips, outside edge, and almost a 4 through point. Testimony to his speed. He's pretty sharp, and add the difficulty quotient of the left arm angle, and you've got a very difficult bowler to face.
No, that was just a thick leading edge from Brendan Taylor. Almost carried all the way down to the point boundary. talking about, of course, the Zimbabwean batsman looking to play him out. And the other side of the coin is that Babar Azam will know that the next two batsmen for Zimbabwe are very much experienced as well. And he'll be looking for a couple more wickets from Fahim. What a shot from Craig Irvin. Absolutely beautiful. Brings up the 50 for Zimbabwe. 53 for 2. And this is just a class shot.
Yeah, if there were ever a classical cover drive, have a look at this one. Holding his shape and driving Shaheen Shah Afridi to the fence with least amount of problem and a lot of class and grace. Such a good shot, and straight away he's asking for a field shift. And you enjoy it more when you've belted a quality fast bowler. Oh, Fuller in length. He went for that Yorker. Shaheen Shah Afridi is a smart cookie. He's not going to bounce him out. It's about not being emotional after being hit for that classic cover drive. That last ball was delivered at 148 clicks. 148.7 kph, that last ball. Seriously fast.
He talked about the change in field. He put that man on the left of your screen at deep backward square there. Played the double bluff, wanting Irvin to think about the bouncer.
148.7 clicks is 92 miles an hour. That is seriously quick from Shaheen Shah Afridi. The other good thing about Shaheen Shah Afridi is that he can go through the gears also. So he can be an aggressor, then he can come back in the middle shift and be the responsible run controller. Gives power and control to the captain. He's hitting the bat hard, all right. That's good batting, a single taken. It's a nice rhythm to this run chase from Zimbabwe. Even though they've lost 2 wickets, but they're still very much in this. Boundary followed by a single, not shying away from this competition. Shaheen Afridi versus Zimbabwe, and trying to get back on the track here. Zimbabwe after being jolted by the left armour. Plays it softly. So after 9 overs, 2 down Zimbabwe for the loss of 55. That time of the evening where the sun is going down and artificial lights have taken control of the Pindi Stadium.
It's a lovely capture, isn't it?
He used to have a fast, bustling run-up. Fahim Ashraf, he seems to have slowed down a little in his run-up, trying to be more in control of himself and looking at the target where he wants to deliver the ball. I think you go through different phases in your career. You're still trying to find yourself the best medium, whether you want to be a fast bowler or a fast medium and get more control over your bowling. I think he's reached that stage where he wants to have more control.
Well, most certainly in today's lineup for Pakistan with the ball. You've got left armour, good pace, 90 miles an hour, swinging the ball back into the right-hander. You've got Rauf, who's 140 k's plus, taking it away from the right-hander. So in this kind of mould, he's absolutely perfect. Can angle that ball into the right-hander, take it away, hits good lengths, and is pretty consistent in his areas. So just the man you want after those first 2.
Nice angle away from that left-hander's off stump. He wasn't a natural selection. I think there would have been a debate regarding his inclusion in the playing 11. is making a comeback, and I think Zimbabwe is just about the right team playing at home that can give him confidence. And I think good captains, good brain trust, if they've identified you as someone for the future, they'll make it happen for you. Give you such breakthroughs where you feel confident, and I think he's off to a good start here. 1.3 overs, 1.4 overs, none for 3. He's pretty special through the offside. Looks to be in command, in control.
Saw a wonderful shot from Craig Irvin through that area in the last over. Area that he plays in really well. Last ball of the over. It's been a good one so far. Maybe that man in the covers can drop off to the boundary just in case. Close up the over well.
Runs on the leg side. At least 2, if not more. That ball is racing towards the fence. Nice clip off the pads for 3 for the left-hander. After 10, 58 for the loss of 2, Zim. Pakistan at a similar stage were 41 without a wicket, so Zimbabweans ahead in terms of scoring rate. Can they last a distance? They need a couple of good partnerships, solid partnerships. Second power play has been signaled by the umpire, and straight away we see Wahab Riaz in as well. Four fielders can be outside the ring now in the second power play. 90 matches, plenty of experience. Left arm angle being employed again. Ball start. .41 without a wicket in P1 for Pakistan. Zimbabwe slightly ahead. Still a long way to go. So Wahab Riaz can be a little offline at times. He wants to bowl quick. He's still got a wonderful Yorker, change of pace, can reverse the ball as well. That's why he's still a preferred option in ODI cricket. But can take a bit of time to set his radar right.
Countless times we've seen his ability when he's bowled early on in the innings to come back later and strike. And as you say, at times can be a little bit erratic. You know that when you need a wicket, he's the man that you turn to. And yes, he may be expensive at times, but he's in there to strike. And more often than not, he does that.
Yeah, look, just a little bit out of rhythm in the recently concluded T20 tournament, where he bowled 10 no balls. Oh, nice channel, bit of extra life and lift off the surface as well. 138.5 kph. Just have a look at the, keep looking at the gun speed, or the speed gun as it is called. Has the ability to surprise the batsman still at this age. You know, that wrist still works. It's a good start. Building up pressure by bowling that channel.
Nice carry through to the keeper Rizwan as well. And that's a good channel. Brendan Taylor just fending outside the off stump on the back foot a couple of deliveries ago. This time pretty similar line. Just getting the ball a little bit closer to draw him forward as much as possible.
He's trying to cover the set of stumps, the entire set of stumps, Brendan Taylor, so that he can get near the ball, and Wahab expertly bowl it further wide. A bit of cat and mouse stuff. I think he should be more ready to cut him rather than looking to drive him through the offside. He bowls that back of length stuff more often than not. That's a very good start. Good over. Just 2 off it. 60 for 2. He's covering the set of stumps, and Wahab Riaz there expertly bowling it a little wider. Go for it, mate. This looked very organized. Doing at a good strike rate as well. 80.65. More than the strike rate. At this stage, I think it's about just holding fort, making sure that you develop a partnership. If they play out the remaining 38.5 overs, they'll win this. Sim, 221 runs required. This is going to be a fascinating run chase, this.
Well, a couple of overs ago, we got through the first power play. Shaheen Afridi was devastating. He bowled with pace, he swung the ball, and the first wicket of Brian Cherry. Craig Irvin then came to the crease, and he's looked good. Shamu Chibaba got roughed up a couple of balls before that. Horrible bouncer, feet stuck on the crease. And good tactics from Afridi.
Brendan Taylor has got this ability to hit sixes. 99 sixes in his ODI career. Elton Chickenborough has hit more sixes than Brendan Taylor, over 100. But you know, with him, even if he's going at a lesser pace, he can cover up. He's got this great ability to hit the long ball. So all he has to do is to follow that pattern. Don't worry about this phase. Just play it carefully. And make sure you watch the ball closely. That one scooted along the surface and was well played in the end.
Brendan Taylor's going to have to watch the ball as closely as Craig Irvin did that one. Skidding on. It's very, very well played. Well watched by Craig Irvin.
was there, but once again didn't get the bounce, proper bounce that he was expecting to drill it through the offside. That one kept just a shade low again. Is this pitch playing up?
Well, we talked a bit earlier today when the Zimbabweans are bowling. It was Mzarabani who was bowling into the same end, and he got a couple of balls just to get a bit of extra bounce as well. So it's certainly on a length. All day we've had a bit of extra bounce.
It was in the slot, but missed the opportunity. Hit it straight to the man at mid-on. After 12, 2 down for 62. Colourful pens at work. They are the scorers. Maintaining a bit of distance. His call for 2. Wahab is after the ball. Only a single, I think.
I like the intent though. He straight away looked for 2, Brendan Taylor. Briaz got to the ball quickly enough. But good intent from Brendan Taylor. Realized there might be an opportunity to get back for 2. Wanted it from the moment it came off the bat. If there's a misfield or the ball goes a bit further than he thought, then that opportunity to take another run is there.
Can make you hurry. Took his hand off the handle. Rizwan is an excellent fielder. He took a stunner in the T20 tournament. Had the cape on. He was like a Superman flying in the air. This isn't a bad performance at all. Took the gloves off, ducked so that throw doesn't take him down. So Zimbabwe's next big challenge in this innings would be against Imad Wasim. He hasn't bowled yet. Excellent exponent of the angle delivery with the new ball. Is not used with the new ball, but is a T20 ODI expert. So it's important that they build a bit of momentum and pressure on this pair, bowling pair. That's good timing from the right-hander to Brendan Taylor. Once again, a little lackluster when it comes to running between the wickets. Is that his style, Mr. T, or do you think he's looking a bit laboured?
Yeah, he's had his fitness issues over the last period. But, he has been putting some work in, Brendan Taylor.
Good thing about his batting is that he plays the ball late, right under his eyes. He doesn't move his feet a great deal in the crease, but it's just about managing and seeing the ball and backing yourself. And it couldn't have been easier also, that not been playing cricket regularly, and so to face this kind of space and quality, you know, can challenge you. So far, so good for Zimbabwe. Still looking very good in this run chase. 66 for 2.
Pretty relaxed Zimbabwean change room at the moment. 66 for 2, 13 overs into the run chase. I'm not sure if Sean Williams, oh yes he does have the pads on. He's got the tracksuit top on. Wasn't sure if he had the pads on. He's likely in next. Sikandar Raza, who is not in picture at the moment. possibly in at 6. .38. The partnership between Urban and Taylor. 53 balls. That they won't worry about.
Yeah, the required weight is less than 6, and in this day and age, that's a doable job. It should be a cakewalk, really. If you have wickets in hand and go right till the end, it shouldn't be difficult. But Zim must not throw away the rhythm. I think they've looked in decent form. Partnership is 38 of 54. Got to continue with that natural flair, that natural rhythm. Pakistan clearly shot a few runs, 281 for 8. Zimbabwe in pursuit of glory. 216 more required of 36.4.
And what's key for me, just to add on to that, Rummies, is ensuring that they get past these two. Wahab will probably have another 3 overs before a spinner comes on. And if they can make sure they get through him and Fahim Ashraf, and when the spinners come on, who we saw in the first innings did a very good holding job for Zimbabwe, then these two are good players of spin. Craig Irvin plays the sweep shot, reverse sweep well. Brendan Taylor rotates the strike. If they can get their partnership just to continue a little bit more through that spinners period, especially with the right hand, left hand combination, then they can really set up a good last 20 overs in this chase.
Well, they've played most of the frontline bowlers in this innings, 13.4 overs all this innings, and already Babar Azam has used his top 4. Imad Wasim is yet to be employed, and Iftikhar can bowl the off spinners as well. It could be a good decent change, in fact, against the left-hander. They've allowed Fahim to bowl, actually. None for 8 in 3.5 overs. They haven't really troubled him. Economy of 2.09. When you're making a comeback, you're doubting yourself as well. And I think Zimbabweans need to have played that mindset of Fahim Ashraf. He would have been a little nervous, a little circumspect, but he's been accurate, and the response has been a little lukewarm from these two batsmen against him. 66 for the loss of 2. Isn't that a lovely picture? Beautiful.
Babar getting to 142 clicks. There's been a situation here now where both teams kind of sitting in. Taylor 21 of 28. And they need his partnership to swell, but they also are wary of the fact that they also need to take this innings deeper to have a good chance.
Zimbabwe's done well here. They've got off to a decent start. And with the solid middle order yet to come in, they should back themselves to take this down to the wire.
Pakistan quite pace heavy. They only played Imad Wasim as their front line spinner. Iftikhar will probably bowl a few overs. But as you know, Imad Wasim prefers bowling with the new ball, which is interesting because a lot of takers for the new ball. It'll be interesting how many overs he does bowl in the mid innings or the middle period of the innings. You like this strategy of 4 fast bowlers?
Yeah, I mean, given the fact that the pitch definitely offers some assistance to the quick